Glad to have you back. It's the Business Daily right here on Trust Television. And of course, we're looking at quite a good number of issues today. We're going to start off with the issues around the pension bond that the president has proposed to actually issue that to clear the outstanding there for retirees. And retirees are indeed raising concerns with regards to what is happening to their funds. Of course, let's get the clarification on that as well. We'll also look at the benefit of decentralizing pension approvals. That is a proposal, not a proposal again, it's more like a reform that the PENCOM is carrying out there. And of course, from June 1, you may not have to go through the long process to get your retirement benefit approved. Let's get to it now. Sani Mustapha, Senior Technical Director of COPHERA, and of course the former Director of Corporate Services at PITAD, joins me virtually to give us his professional perspective on that. Good morning, Madam Sani Mustapha. Good morning, Madam Sani Mustapha. If you can hear me, take us through about this issue around the pension bond. Retirees are raising concern about what does it mean for their funds that they've contributed through contributory pension scheme. Hello, can you hear me, sir? All right, so we're trying to get through to Sani Mustapha there, who is joining us virtually there to give us his perspective with regards to the pension scheme and the issues around the 757 pension bond that the government is proposing. That letter was sent to the National Assembly last week, and we're waiting for the outcome. The retirees, many of them have called me to inquire with regards to what is happening to their fund. I want to get the professional clarification with regards to what is going on to that pension fund there. Of course, is away from that as well, there's also a plan by PENCOM to allow PFAs to begin to issue approvals with regards to pension payment, especially those who are demanding for 25% of their retirement savings account when they are out of job for a period of 4 months there. We'll look to see how that will eventually benefit the retirees or pension contributors who have to go through the long route to get their money out there. If Sani Mustapha is back, I think let me get to him now. Good morning, Mr. Sani Mustapha.
Good morning, Mr. Yusuf Akogu.
It's good to have you. Let's get the clarification with regards to this pension bond that the government want to issue. A few retirees have called me to ask. Many of them who follow this program have said, what is going on? What happened to their fund? Is the CPS that they have been contributing, are they not in the pension, in the PFS account?
You see, bonds, for bonds to become money, it's a very long process, especially government bonds. We know that government bonds are debt obligations, which the government will go to the capital market and borrow. By issuing bonds, government is borrowing money. So they need the National Assembly approval. Such funds, almost 1 trillion, will need National Assembly. So we heard that about a week or two, the president have written to the National Assembly requesting for approval, which I believe because of the good thing that that money will be used for, the National Assembly will give expedited approval. It will be after the approval that the Debt Management Office will prepare all the documents, and then they will now approach the capital market, which all the players there will now buy the instrument.
All right. Buy instrument. But the question they are asking is, Government is going through this route. They were saying that they feel that once they contribute, their money should be domiciled at PFAs. But now the government is coming out to say, okay, they want to issue bond. Like you rightly explained, bond is a debt instrument. So what happened to their fund? Has government borrowed the money or in a way used the money for infrastructure development?
No, you see, we are talking of two things here. The value of funds inside the retirement savings account belong to the retirement savings account owner. That one is being invested by the PFA through the instrument of Section 55 F and G, where the safety and fair return are the major concerns there. So National Pension Commission give guideline on what instrument the PFA can use. You know, such funds are being used so that there will be return. For example, the balance that you have in your RSA, you, Mr. Yusuf Akogu, in January 2025, definitely that balance would have moved by the end of March 2025. So such monies are used for investment. And these investment outlets are spelled out by the National Pension Commission with safety and fair return at the backbone. So, but this bond, which federal government now went to get the funds, they are to take care of all sort of funds that were not, they were supposed to be in the RSA, but over the years, government did not do that. It is this present government that take the bull by the horn and said, look, all the pension increases that were given to other pensioners will now be given to those that subscribe to the contributory pension scheme. And the amount is huge. There is also a portion of this bond that will take care of pension protection fund. There is also a portion of this fund that will take care of the professors' payment of full salary as pension. Previous government, they promised them, but they never walk the talk. It is this government that said, look, we have to pay that money so that professors will now be taking their full salary as pension every month. So for government to get this money, they go to the capital market. That's the beauty of it. And they will get this money and it will be paid into the individual retirement savings account.
Indeed. So in other words, the pensioners have nothing to worry about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Pensioners in Nigeria should go to bed and sleep very well. The National Pension Commission do not sleep as far as their funds are concerned. It's a 24-hour surveillance. Anything that touches such money must be reported back to the National Pension Commission on 24/7.
Right.
They have electronic instruments that make any movement of funds automatically reports back to PENCOM, and there must be a report on it.
Indeed, there must be a report on it. All right, let's move on now. I look at this issue from Oyo State. I saw that report last week that the Oyo State is failing to implement the pension increment. It's not applicable to only Oyo State alone. I'm sure it cut across board. What will you say about that? We saw some pensioners speaking to Trust TV last week about this issue.
Well, the Oyo State, you see, pension is under the concurrent list of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which means the state can make a law and the federal government can make a law. So the states and their pensioners, they must come together and agree so that they can get that payment, the pension increase. It's just like the minimum wage. If you look at the whole spectrum of Nigerian states, some have implemented, some have not implemented. And it is between the state and its workers. The federal government have limited say on it.
Indeed, the federal government has limited say with regards to that. It's a state affair, like you rightly pointed out. Let's look at the pension unbundled now that the PENCOM is trying to do. And of course, I think it's a very good move there. According to them, they are decentralizing pension approvals. That is effective from June 1. The Commission will cease direct approval for a broad range of benefits. Talk to us about the benefit of this initiative by PENCOM.
Well, the National Pension Commission have really become an activist regulator. They are following up the implementation of the Pension Reform Act assiduously. Section 55F and G mandates the pension fund administrators to handle the computation and payment of retirement benefits to RSA holders. And it means the PFAs are responsible for calculating and disbursing benefits like retirement withdrawals, voluntary contribution, and mortgage equity contributions. So such a part of the Pension Reform Act has been existing before, but the National Pension Commission for years have made it mandatory that whatever you want to do, you cannot go forward until you get the PENCOM approval. So this time around, the National Pension Commission just said that, look, PFAs should use 2 days to prepare and submit their calculations to PFCs. That is the pension fund custodians who are holders of the money. And the PFEs are mandated to pay such retirement savings account holders within 24 hours. So this is a real paradigm shift. Initially, over the years, payment of retirement benefit can take 2 months, 3 months. Bureaucracy, it will go here. But right now, all that has been reduced. I'm sure pensioners, retirement saving accountants, who are account holders will be very happy because now they will only deal with their PFAs. And you know, PFAs